Hey guys, Novel Bushido and welcome back to the channel. And here I am with Dragis, aka Mango. Say hello.
Hello, I'm Dragis, or Dragon, or Mango, whatever. If you are from Nova server, I go by Mango.
Yeah, the infamous Mango, the dripless person.
Oh, shut up. I'm not. I asked people to Photoshop my character wearing the drip, but nobody came to me about it.
You know what? I'll do it. Well, what character is it? The Mango character or the Dragon?
My character, the profile picture.
Okay. I'll try to do that for you. If
Thank
you
you.
if you send me the profile picture, yeah, I'll do it for you.
Oh yeah, by the way, my girlfriend drew this.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, she did really good. Um, so hi, I'm Dragis. I like Monster Hunter, and yeah, that's all I can say because this is my first time in something podcasty.
No, it's a good start. And yeah, I mean, me and you met from literally YouTube. We used to chat a lot in the comments, and then yeah, you joined the server.
Oh
So
yeah, because I think it was like it was the hot takes or bad takes, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I really got to start remembering how I meet people these days. Yes, so I'm guessing we're going to go with the starting question that I have seen on your podcast before
Yeah.
is
So let me know
yeah.
whereabouts. Like, what's your introduction to Monster Hunter? I know you're quite interested because you jumped quite a bit between different games, didn't you?
Yes, I actually jumped into a lot of games as I'm a person who plays like a recent title and then I hunt for older titles to kind of get the feel and understanding of it. It's weird, I know, but I mean, that's me. So, I actually didn't so if we're talking about visual, Monster Hunter World was not a visual start. It was actually Monster Hunter Generations that was the start. One of my friends who streams Monster Hunter I saw them play Generations. I'm like, whoa, what game is this? This looks so fun. And said, oh, it's Monster Hunter. And when I discovered that Capcom released Monster Hunter World on console, I'm like, oh, this is going to be amazing. And this was like with an old friend of mine. Um, so this could slip on some personal parts, but not too personal. So I'll keep the personal shit minimum. So Monster Hunter World was a really fun game. I was having fun with it. I played Base World when it just recently, not sure recent, but I don't know when it came out, but I did play it when it was out. And I had my fun. I liked the monsters. They were really cool. And I was really bad at the game, obviously. And my friend kind of constantly compares it to Dark Souls, which I discovered Dark Souls 1 came out way after Monster Hunter 1 came out.
Yeah.
Like Monster Hunter 1 came out, Dark Souls kind of like was then out. Um and I enjoyed Monster Hunter World. When Generations Ultimate was announced for the Switch, I was like, I'm getting this game. I want to fight these old monsters. And I didn't play much of it. Um then it was kind of like the beginning or my first few months of Monster Hunter was a bit of a rise and then it slowly fell because my old group of friends kind of poked fun at me for playing the game, like not in a joking manner. It was like really mean, and I kind of stopped playing Monster Hunter because of them.
Wait,
Then after I left them,
was that?
because
Did they also play
huh?
Monster Hunter? Your friends?
No, only one did, but he hated the game because he couldn't get one item, and he just like, I'm not playing this game anymore
Hmm,
over like one item.
that's a bit strange.
And yeah, it is. And after I left the group because we had a stupid argument, I then went back to playing Monster Hunter, beating the game, like actually beating Monster Hunter World for once. And I was playing with my friend who did play Monster Hunter World and was also trying to beat it before Rise. I also beat the game too, thanks to another streamer. I don't know if I'm not sure if putting people like crediting them for helping me out is still allowed, but yeah,
It's fine.
I'm making this quick.
Do
Yeah,
whatever you want, man.
so the person that introduced me to Monster Hunter is their Twitch name goes by Tito Halo One, and this is it's one of my friends. He does play a lot of anime games, just like Mr. Mecha here, and he also plays Monster Hunter. He's a variety kind of person. And then the other person that helped me beat Vitalis is Support Tortoise. If you do see this video, thank you, man. I needed that help. Um, he also has a Twitch, and I had a lot of fun with these guys playing Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter kind of helped me grow this confidence of letting people like help me out when I need it,
Mm.
like when it's needed. That's what it is. So that's my introduction to Monster Hunter. But I will say that I've also been playing 3, and I need to get to finishing 3 because I have not. I haven't played it for like almost half of a year, or almost a year actually.
Wow. Yeah, because
Yeah,
last I remember last year you were really playing free a lot. You loved Dragis, you loved a lot of the monsters
I
in the
love.
game.
Yeah, all the monsters from Monster Hunter 3 felt so interesting compared to like newer generations, surprisingly. Except, of course, the newer generations are also good. It's just some of them feel copy pasted, like Worlds almost. I'm not a big fan of Worlds copy paste models
Mm.
on the monsters. Like, for example, like the Great Jagras kind of clones. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Dodo Gama. He does look unique, but he's not that interesting to me. People
No,
love him. People will flame me in the comments, I know that. But Dodo Gama is not that interesting to me.
I mean,
The ironic one is the Great Gyros was a little more interesting to me because I love snakes.
yeah, that's true.
Uh,
But you're right when it comes to Dodogama, like he looks cute,
and
and I think that's what people like about him. But he's just
he's just he's plain. He's like
yeah,
he's like the common order you get at Starbucks or any other fucking fast food place. It's like stop eating the same bland shit. Try something different like I do.
yeah,
Instead of the Big Mac, just add chicken nuggets to it like an actual
a natural human being. I mean, I don't know.
yeah. Um
No, I get
but
you. I understand.
yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
but that's my introduction to Monster Hunter. I do love the monster designs and they're very inspirational.
Yeah, for sure. That's 100%.
So, this
But
is also oh, sorry.
if you could clarify, so you've played World, Iceborne, you've played Free, you
And
played
also Generations Ultimate.
Genesis Ultimate and Rise. Did you play 4 you at all?
No, I haven't because it's like if I want to kind of like play a the older title first, then the newer one type
Mm,
of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that's what I do. It's weird, I know, but I played a bit of it to see how the intro is, and it's like amazing. I'm at the village part, and I didn't continue forward. Um, I only did like the introduction, and then went back to 3.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Um, Yeah, and also I do want to keep a reminder for those who wouldn't mind playing with me. I rage a lot in this fucking game,
He does.
as much as any other,
Yep.
and I think I made it clear.
I've been there. You do rage quite a lot. It's pretty funny.
It is, but I'm very loud.
That's true. That is very true. But it's
Yeah.
good. You have
Uh,
you have a good personality, man.
yeah, it's like I try not to be too annoying or too much of an asshole because I do hate people like fucking around, wasting the time that is kind of put onto it and me doing all the work. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing
Like,
I respect about you. You're up front and you let people know beforehand.
yeah, like I'm very straightforward. It's like I don't tolerate assholes either.
Yeah.
Even though ironic I am one. But so yeah, that's my introduction to Monster Hunter, and this is just a quick little side note, a little side topic ish thing. It's not related, but I want to say that Monster Hunter gave inspiration to my writing and also my art with world building. Like some of my favorite monsters are actually like in are they inspired me to make something similar to them, to like something that actually matter in the story and that they are like very important creatures. Like Lagaya Chris is an inspiration to a water creature I made. Zinogre is like a thunder creature, and like etc etc. And yeah, also the music even gave inspiration for characters in my story too.
Mm.
Like I have one character who is a big brooding British dude who based on what I put together, it's actually inspired by Brachydios' theme because of how tough and menacing it feels. Like the character himself is supposed to give that feeling just by looking at him. He's big, tough, and he takes no shit type of thing, and he has like metallic hands, which is also an design inspiration of Brachydios with his slime fists.
Let me guess. Does this guy drink a lot of tea?
No, he doesn't. He's actually an asshole.
Okay, because that seems to be a common thing Americans think. All
Oh
British
no,
people.
I don't. Oh no, I don't do the stupid stereotype that most American studios do. I'm not that insensitive. I'm actually better than that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
nothing. It's
he,
nothing like
yeah, he is a
terrible,
bad
but
guy
it's,
though. He is a bad guy, but he's actually the first in command, and he's a little smart for somebody who is bronze.
mm,
Yes, he is very smart since he has metallic hands. He could just use the environment around him when
yeah,
fight, and his strength is also a plus.
yeah.
And plus, have you ever thought of like your arm being crushed by a metallic hand that can't even be stopped or lifted? Ugh, that's painful.
No, I haven't. But I guess like one last thing on this part of the topic. It's quite interesting how when there's a strong character, in a lot of fiction, he's always like really dumb, and when there's
Yeah,
a smart character, he's always like physically weak. Like it's always,
it's
it's a
like
bit
it's so
weird.
stupid. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like I'm the exact opposite. I'm like I have to think like these are normal people. They cannot be stereotype of what they are.
yeah. They can Someone
But
can
you
be
could
strong
use
and
it.
smart.
Yeah, you could use it if you do it correctly, though.
Yeah.
Like there are characters that you can do correctly with it. But now with the topic of Monster Hunter, since I did uh, drop out a few things that I also wanted to mention what Monster Hunter did wise. Um, what was the next? What's your next question you want to give me?
What's my next question? Yeah. So I'm gonna, yeah, we'll go into the next question, and then maybe later on we'll get you to ask some questions. But feel free to ask me any questions on the way.
Okay.
So I know
I
you
was
have.
gonna say.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, sorry. So I'm actually curious. I'm surprised that you never heard of FromSoft's like work and you never knew about that they actually did work on a game before with Capcom.
Yeah, I had no idea. I
Like,
don't really follow from stuff. I mean, I know Dark Souls, I know Elden Ring,
yeah, and
Sekiro,
don't forget Bloodborne. Bloodborne's one of them.
yeah, Bloodborne as well. Yeah, I know all of their games, but I just never felt like I need to play them or ever really wanted
Like
to.
I would love to introduce you to Dark Souls. It's a easy game. But jokes aside, like FromSoft actually did work with Capcom, and it was a Palico like game. It was literally Palicos,
Oh, that
and it was
one.
like, yeah, that's the one. That's what they worked on. It wasn't just like edgy Dark Souls stuff that they made. They also made something cute. That's what Gaijin Hunter also said in his videos.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I remember him talking about that. That was a while ago. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's like why Dark Souls or Elden Ring's like Rise. It's so fitting. Like their formulas are almost similar,
And
but
that's and
extremely like I'm talking about like the movement, of course, not like the fighting style. They're all completely different.
yeah. But that's where you kind of came up with an idea of some type of collab would be cool between the two, right?
Yeah, there was two collabs I wish would happen. It was a Metal Gear Rising one because like it would be interesting to see a character from Metal Gear Rising as a customization armor for like Monster Hunter. It would be very amazing. Um Also, like, it's very fitting because this would be perfect for Palamutes because if you've ever for those who played Rising, Blade Wolf would be a very good armor choice for a Palamute, but I'm not sure what the Palico would be.
Yeah, a lot of people did say that. I mean,
Yeah,
they could just make it some generic metal type stuff. I don't know.
yeah, or something close to like a Metal Gear cat thing for
Yeah,
those who do play Metal Gear. Also, and the last one was like anything Souls related or FromSoft like titles.
yeah,
I would have like loved that because there are some monsters that feel Souls like Malzeno feels like it would be something in Dark Souls
yeah. I see what you
or
mean.
even
The
Elden
structure of
Ring.
the dragon. Yeah, but let's
Yeah.
get onto the back onto the topic of monster, and then we can talk about that
Oh yeah, sorry.
towards the end. No, it's fine. It's fine. So
Um,
when it comes to monster, I know you have a couple gripes. I guess community base.
yeah, it's heavily community based.
Yeah.
Also, it's mainly decision by the team as well that also irritates me.
Okay, so let's start with the team. What about the team or the decisions the team have made that irritates you personally?
I always think to myself like it's not the monster's difficulty personally. It's actually more of like the mechanics that the hunters have.
Mm.
Like, I know adaptation makes sense because, like, in real life, you adapt as the hunter. If you were, like, hunting your entire life, right? You would always adapt to it. You would improve, you get better, and you get used to these new gadgets, you know what I mean? It's like, personally, wire bugs are okay. I like it, but I feel like I want them to have more movement, you know what I mean?
I'm not sure. Can you give me an example?
Like for example, it's either they make you like have like this momentum to move faster in the air, like really fast, you know?
O-
Like if I don't know how to explain it. I'm not really good at these explaining.
Okay.
Um
I I mean, I don't know. Maybe I got an idea. So maybe rather than using like a Y bug to like move faster, maybe temporarily
it's
you
like
can use like some movement
it's
speed
like
boost or something.
it's like momentum, you know what I mean? It's like somebody pushes you really fast and you stumble quicker than you can run. You know what I mean?
Yes, but that would
It's like a
it would need some type of tool to do that, right? You wouldn't be able to just
Yeah, it's like I was talking about like in the air though, but yeah, I could see that. Actually
yes.
no, what I just said could not make any sense.
Yeah,
Or
'cause
maybe it
I'm not
would.
sure. Like, because the only thing I can think of is like some type of jetpack kind of stuff. But you know, in Monster Hunter jetpack,
Yeah.
that wouldn't really work
It
too
would be an
well.
interesting yeah, it would be an interesting gear to have like for the characters like a gliding type of thing. Glider mantle, but it's like something similar, but it's like it's only for like using a wire bug or if you're falling, like it glide lets you move a little faster than
Okay,
like a Palamute would.
I've got an
Like
idea. What about if it's like some type of explosion that propels you forward?
oh,
Some
that would be it would be kind of like,
gunlance, right?
fuck, what yeah, I forgot what game, does that as well. Like, I've played other games that have that type of, it allows you to use a bomb, but it's like it risks you to hurt yourself. I mean, there's one that's Team Fortress 2, it doesn't hurt yourself as much, if you're playing a soldier, of course,
Yeah,
or demo man.
get those soldier boots help you out with that.
Yep. But also another gripe I have with, the team's choices was the naming of the Apexes. Like,
Mm,
what the fuck were they thinking of using the same name? That's like confusing people, don't you think?
yeah, for
Like,
sure.
why couldn't you just call them alphas or something that fits an animal kind of behavior, right? Or something that's unique about them. Like Deviance was good, Apex was also good, Hyper was an interesting choice of words. I mean, it makes sense they were a little fast and they hit hard. Like, why couldn't we just get alpha or like something strong and powerful to them?
True.
That
Yeah, it is a
fit?
bit weird because, like you said, we already have Apexes in four, so
Yeah,
bringing back Apex
and
again is weird. And
yeah, and it's like people would think, oh, we're getting Gore Magala back, but that's what I thought as well.
yeah,
But I
so
was
it
like,
was probably quite a lot like a marketing tool to try to get people on board.
which I, which that's one thing about companies that piss me off is that shit.
Mm.
Don't like people who do that. Like, for those who do listen and also are planning to make like businesses and all that, don't do that shit. It's not funny. It's not good. It's fucking awful. It's gonna piss people off. Like, this is just coming from somebody who I don't have a business type of profession. No, I've been around something like that a lot, and it's not fun.
Well, it's interestingly weird because I believe it was talked about back in it like a year ago that in other languages, even like other European languages, also in Japanese, it doesn't translate to Apex. It translates to other stuff. So I'm not sure why the English translation team decided to go for Apex. I don't know why
I
they
guess
decided that.
I guess like in America they want to hear something like that isn't just basic or something, which is so stupid personally. But that's just my thoughts on it.
It's possible. I don't
Um,
know where their localization team is based because I know their community team is
yeah,
very UK based for
yeah,
Capcom, but I don't know about the localization team. But that's probably something
yeah. You're
worth
right.
checking
You
out.
could be right.
Yeah, could be UK based, but I don't know. But
Also,
those are two interesting points. But sorry, do you have another one?
yeah, I was gonna say one more thing. So, I've noticed that when I've been looking into like things, a lot of good things with Elden Ring and Tiny Tina's adventure thing, they both had one thing in common was that they both came out with full content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Enough for everybody to last maybe almost a year at that point. Like, I think it's been a tradition with Monster Hunter. I don't know if it has because I never played the older series. Is it possible that they've been adding like monsters in the older games, like one by one or multiple of them?
No, in the older games they didn't have that um
So
possibility.
they just kind of like drop it to you and say, "Okay, here's your toys. Go play with them all. Have fun."
Yeah, yeah. Until you get the G rank expansion where they will add
Okay,
more
yeah.
content, more monsters. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know why they couldn't do that with the newer titles. You know what I mean? Like when you think about it, since Elden Ring's gotten really big right now, it could be influential for Capcom to actually do what they did, which is like drop all this content that they can hold for a while. You know what I mean? I mean, it sounds like a stretch, but I think it's possible. You just got to give them more time, you know?
Mm. So there's a couple of things about that. I guess one thing is Elden Ring. The development time and cost in that
Yeah.
is
I
extremely
think
high. It's crazy.
yeah.
Definitely the time they spent so much time in this game compared to the normal
Oh,
length of
like
a game development.
yeah, yeah. It's like I think I would say 2020 was not doing good for the company for Capcom. Yeah, I could understand that, but also like it's a double-edged sword with with that said COVID stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like I'm okay with people like taking care of the mandates and all that. I'm not against that like other people would in America. Like a lot of people here don't like it. And the whole thing was that I'm kind of like it's a double-edged sword for me. I can't tell the difference if they're telling the truth or if they're making it like the biggest excuse, you know, because people use this a lot.
well, they themselves didn't ever
Yeah.
make an excuse. They never said
Yeah, they
anything to do
never
with
did.
COVID.
That's the thing. I
Like,
did a hard time under like processing if this is like if this is true or not. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
So
Because like
let me compare it to something like Nintendo, right? Nintendo, they had their directs and
yeah.
they specifically point out COVID-19 has,
Yeah.
stressed stuff out. Capcom never officially did that. I actually preferred if they actually did, because some people don't really think outside the box. They decide on what you give them. So if you don't tell them that infected it, they're gonna think it didn't affect it, even though it probably did behind the scenes. So
Yeah,
that
which I have seen Red Tosker's video about it, and he did say like it's been a commonly used thing a lot, which kind of like I would agree, but not always on the his I think his points are half and half, you know what I mean?
I
It's like
I don't remember what video that one was for. Maybe I didn't
um
watch it.
it
But
was his talk about like Rise, I believe during current current like the base game before it was more updates, you know what I mean?
okay, I think I remember that one. That was a while ago. I watched that. But what I will
Yeah.
say about what's it called, the COVID thing? Yes, maybe
Yeah.
some companies are using excuse. Most people won't be able to know that because most people aren't game developers or developers in general. What I can
Yeah.
say from my background as being a developer, 100% is gonna contribute to pretty much every industry out there. Definitely in Japan, as most games in Japan, it's work at home. They don't work at home culture is not a thing over there. It's you're in the office.
Yeah.
They don't have setups for working at home. A lot of companies across the world didn't have setups for working at home during COVID. Two of the
Yeah.
companies I worked for during COVID, I've changed probably like 3 times now. They never had work at home functionality, so there was thousands of people there to get laptops, get security, make sure people are set up to work at home properly. People with internet issues, a lot of people don't have stable internet in a lot of places in the world still to this day. So there's a lot of things you have to set up. But
Yeah.
regardless of that, you know, the companies make decisions on when to release their games, and Capcom made that decision of releasing it without Valstrax and some of the Apexes, and
I remember you got so fucking excited when I first saw that video.
yeah,
It's
about
like,
Valstrax, yeah,
yeah, I was like, bro,
yeah, it was a good
like
time for me.
I wasn't expecting that too.
I
Like,
don't think anyone really was. Well, some people
yeah,
were,
like,
but
yeah. But the whole COVID thing, yeah, I actually could understand. It makes a lot of sense. And
yeah,
like, I'm still saying like, I am open-minded about other countries as well, not having like the work at home type of thing, right? Because I am kind of aware not every country does the same like the United States would because I'm kind of I look into things or just like hear about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like yeah, like I'm kind of an open-minded person on like certain parts of like if it's like IRL stuff with everything about different cultures and stuff, I'm extremely open-minded. I'm just gonna make sure people speak their mind out, and then accept it. If it's like something bad, like that is harmful to certain types of people, like and all that, I wouldn't be happy about that. But um
Well, yeah. Well, what I would say to people is that it's definitely good to express your opinions, but try to do
yeah,
some research, try to think about it for a bit, and then
yeah,
also have an open mind that you might be wrong. If you
yeah.
start to think you're always right, that's when you start to make these wrong judgments, and you might come to wrong conclusions.
Like I have before several times back then, as
Mm.
well as maybe current as well, because I do make mistakes.
We all make mistakes, man.
And
We all make mistakes.
yeah, it's like that's what makes us all human or people. We don't know if lizard people are real yet. We're searching into that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
of course. But
so
let me
yeah,
just
that's it for the actually no, there's one last thing.
right. But before we get to that, one last thing, I just wanted to say also that yeah, if someone you bought the product, so if you
Yeah.
want everything there at launch, then that's within your rights. Just like I said, just be understanding that of the situation around it still. Also, because you did also talk about content and how much is at launch, and yeah, I mean, hopefully going forward, they don't have too many complications where they can have a lot of monsters at launch, enough to keep people satisfied, and then if they do want to have more releases of monsters, month after month, similar to World, then
Yeah.
that's also a positive as well if they can do that.
Yeah. I would say it's not half bad. I mean, at least they're giving us like event quests weekly, which
Yeah,
is also a good thing. So I guess maybe that kind of cancels each other out
yeah,
on my subject.
and they
Um,
also don't charge you any extra for any of this
yeah,
stuff. They're
that's the
not.
best part. It's not like Halo Infinite where it's like every week you have to pay for an event quest. Fuck that shit. Um,
Well, so
but
that's a free to play
yeah,
game though. So
yeah, but I mean, that's true actually. Elden Rings does cost $60, but you get everything like
yeah, it's a
just
different.
by going around.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
different
it's
model, isn't
different.
it?
Yeah, they're both different models. Like FromSoft sticks with their formula, and that's what I love about them. Besides stroking FromSoft's dick,
Damn,
how about we get to my last problem with Capcom's decision with Monster Hunter?
go for it.
I'm gonna say this is World's decision that they made. Personally, I'm not a big fan of World, even though ironic, I played World. World is a not so bad game, right?
You know what? Well, before you continue that, it's fine to play a game to criticize it, but still still like it, right? Like I've
Yeah,
played, I love Monster Hunter, but I criticize it a lot. I've criticized 3U, I criticize Gen U, which is my favorite game, one of my favorite games ever. I criticize Rise, so it's fine to criticize what you like. So
yeah.
yeah, but continue.
So World for me felt like maybe I'm just never played a Monster Hunter game in my life, or it just didn't get that like I didn't play enough Dark Souls to get better at dodging or knowing how to dodge these specific attacks, right? World's difficulty was actually not bad. It was actually challenging, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Um, and the fact that I felt like World had a lot of problems with Iceborne when it came to like the enemies, you know what I mean? They felt too jumpy, you know what I mean? Like more jumpier than I thought.
They had a lot more movement. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like I'm trying to make this sound like I'm not like complaining about how they move, like based on the fact that we do move less clunky now, right? It's like we move smoothly. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this better. So it's like they move faster than they usually would in a kind of sense of like it kind of does add more difficulty, but it adds like a challenge though. But it's kind of like there is something called like too hard but not artificially hard, you know what I mean? Like how people say artificial difficulty can't beat the game type of bullshit that people say. with any other hard game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the artificial difficulty thing people say, I don't buy into it. It's a weird
Yeah,
thing.
me neither. It's like Monster Hunter and Dark Souls have one thing in common is that dying or fainting is pretty much like it helps you learn from your mistakes, saying like, "Oh shit, I died to this attack. Next time, I have to see and find the signals." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like one of my favorite things about those two games is that you're doing your best to learn from those mistakes or actually try to strategize better. Pack yourself ready, you know what I mean? That's like what I like about Monster Hunter. And the fact that since with Rise removing cold drinks, I don't have to worry about like a full inventory, as people complain a lot about personally, because there's adaptation too. Like it's kind of strange to say this, but as a Texan, I was used to the cold surprisingly.
mm,
It's weird, right? Because I always stay in the cold places in my house, I guess. Like just keep the AC a little low so I can just stay cool and not too hot because like I'm sensitive on like heat for some reason.
well, that's definitely interesting, Mango.
Yeah.
But coming back to what you're saying,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely things you have to look out for. Like, I mean, the thing when I say about artificial difficulty and I don't buy into it, the reason I say that is because I feel like people don't really understand. Like, whenever they don't understand why they don't like something, they just tie it in as it's artificial difficulty. When I think there's a better
Or like
way we can like
or
describe
like
it.
game too hard, why no easy mode type of bullshit. Yeah, that.
Kind of, but I think you can be more specific on what is the issue rather than just labeling it all
Yeah.
under this one sentence phrase rather.
Yeah. Like it's more like it's certain monsters, you know what I mean, that kind of like are way too damn aggressive, but I guess that's kind of like it's based on the monster itself though.
Sure, and
And also
maybe
that
maybe
fucking
that's also
damn
because
reindeer.
it's also that it's G rank, right, or master
Yeah,
rank in world.
it's
So
G rank. Maybe I gotta like keep open minded on that one that it is G rank and it's supposed to be that difficult.
yeah,
Um I would just say like some of the monsters do hit way too hard for like their speed, but I think that's the intention or that I didn't wear good armor. I don't know. I'm trying my best to like get a better like idea of like if I'm doing something wrong or something else. Maybe I'm playing too aggressively, right?
yeah,
Actually,
I
I
respect
could be
that.
playing too aggressively because in Monster Hunter I have been aggressive and you've seen how I play.
Yeah, yeah, I respect that,
Like,
man. So I respect
yeah.
your opinion to reevaluate what you're doing wrong, right and wrong. But
Yeah.
I guess in those scenarios, one thing I would say is Monster Hunter gives you the option of upgrading armor and weapons, like you said, and also skills. So if you're getting hit too hard, you have the defensive skills,
Or
defense,
just like yeah. Or
or
just like grind like a specific monster that's immune to that certain element as well. Like I have before, I think. Like I was trying when I was fighting Kieran, I think I was fighting a like a monster that was resistant to lightning, so I don't have to get killed. And it was the same thing with Rise against Tobi Kadachi, because he mostly I've been getting hit by his lightning related attacks.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's how you should be, playing the game. You should be, if it, you should be taking the weakness of a monster and exploiting that. That's how you play Monster Hunter in general.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about like elemental weapons. I'm a heavy elemental weapon user. I am like I prefer to use elemental weapons than uh
Raw,
than raw, yeah. Or status weapons are fine. Just like it's I wish they made them a little stronger.
yeah, for sure. So do I. I wish that too.
Like I think sleep is reasonably like not too good, you know what I mean? So you don't have to like sleep them every 5 seconds.
I think sleep is pretty bad, to be honest. I don't think the damage you get from bombs is worth the time that
Yeah.
you take off setting up while they're asleep, and also the less damage you do by taking a sleep weapon. I don't think it adds up.
I was
So
thinking like Capcom should code it differently. You know what I mean? Like for monsters that are slept by the weapons, it would be like more than double damage. Like it would be 2.5 times. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think that'd be great. 2.5, 3 times, maybe even 4 times. Like I think that would really
Yeah,
add
but if it's
to
like
it.
a normal monster sleeping, it will obviously be like double damage.
Yeah, yeah, that's double.
Like
Yeah,
because you can't just overkill with the same amount. Like you can't buff regular sleeping compared to like the sleep status. But I was gonna say I also wanted to be a double-edged sword for the players too, because I am for some reason that's like seductive towards myself and other players.
What are you on about?
Like like let's say sleep does affect the monsters, but I was thinking like if a sleep monster hits you, it would do that said damage. I think it
Mm.
does it do double damage in general to the hunter or only normal damage?
You know what? I don't know, and it doesn't really matter because most status monsters are weak as fuck. So
Yeah, they're always weak.
yeah,
I
there was
guess
like
it's
low
just to balance
level,
out.
those low
It's
level
like
or mid level monsters.
yeah, it's like to balance out like their annoying factor, you know?
Yeah, but I
Like
think we should get some high level monsters that are status, and yeah, it should do double damage.
I
Why not? Like just fuck us up.
I thought Bracky was the high I thought Bracky was one of those
Yeah, but that's
because
blast. Like
last
blast is like they consider blast as like a high level stuff anyway. But like, what
yeah.
monster uses sleep or paralysis? That's high level. I don't know. Poison, I guess you do have a couple of poison, but sleep and paralysis, nah, not really.
I think there was one high level monster that uses poison. Like it's no,
We got
Rathalos is not high
Tramelios.
monster, but it's
Tramelios is
like
the only one for
yeah,
poison.
yeah, that's the only one.
And then I guess you got Apex Rathian, but you know.
Yeah, that's and don't forget Deviant Rathian and Deadeye
Mhm.
Yangaruga and
Mhm.
who else am I missing? Dread King Rathalos. Literally, there's like 4 poison monsters that are high rank.
Yeah, all the rest are like low babies. It's only recently, I guess, they started to add some
Yeah.
tougher status monsters.
Also, can we have more bear monsters, please, Capcom? I
Yeah,
love
you know what?
bears.
We only have 3 bear monsters, isn't it?
Yeah, we only. I thought we had 4 actually.
Who's the 4th?
I I'm trying to remember.
We got
Actually, are we
Azeroth.
even counting spin-off games too, or are we only counting like full main series and not spin-offs?
I was counting the main, so I was thinking, Azeroth, Lugombi counts as the bear technically, and
Yeah,
also Valverdon.
a giant bear rabbit.
Yeah, and Valverdon as well. Those are the 3 like bear type monsters, but I don't
Yeah.
know apart from that what we got.
Yeah, that's true. I would like. I love bears.
Gossarak
It's pretty.
maybe.
Yeah, Gossar. Oh yeah, Gossarag is also a bear-like creature. I forgot.
Yeah.
Like that's why I said, aren't there 4? And I realized, oh, it's Goss. Oh, now I feel bad for Goss. He almost got forgotten in my head because I
Damn,
don't fight him that much.
he's a cool monster though.
Yeah, he's a cool monster. I just feel like I wish there was more you can use from him.
Mm. Mm.
But
Yes.
I think that's asking too much, though.
I guess his armor isn't like too amazing. That's probably the problem.
It looks cool though.
Yeah, that's true.
Trying to remember what else. But yeah, I think that's it for my problem with the developer side of like things.
Okay.
Um,
What about community? We'll go over this one briefly. What are you thinking about the
yeah,
community? What problems do you have with community?
they complain way too damn much.
You're not wrong. Well,
Like that's, and also they kind of get a little weird. Like, really, the fucking Wyverian egg thing? I don't want to. Oh my god.
I
When,
purposely didn't talk about that anywhere on this channel because I was not interested. But thanks for bringing it up.
yeah, I'm sorry. But like I can't like that has to be some weird fetish Capcom has going on in their heads. Like what the fuck?
I don't know, man. It sounds like the fans were taking that out of proportion. So I mean, I don't know.
I hope that it was the fans and not actually the team because if it was, I'm like, what the fuck did I just get into?
Or you think the Capcom
'Cause-
team secretly on Twitter just laughing at everyone's posts and
yeah,
getting
that's
off on it?
true. It's just like for example, people made a joke that with Dark Souls 3, FromSoft developers had a foot fetish because mostly they always aim at the feet for certain characters. It's so weird.
Damn, that's
Um,
weird.
but besides all that, yeah, there's also more. It's like they also kind of like the bad takes are making a return, which also irritates me. Like, why can't we just enjoy something that is like at least given its best, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I'm always fine and fair if people
yeah,
want to, chat about, if they have ideas and they want to bring, if they have, certain complaints and they want to talk about them, if they have something they don't really like, I'm fine with people doing that. It makes perfect sense. It's what people do, right? It's human nature. But some people aren't fair with their comparisons, with their arguments or discussions. You know, they're very one sided. They're very you
Yeah.
know, in their own headspace of what they want, and rather than what's actually true, which is a problem because then the result of your argument is skewed, biased, and it's not going to help in the long term.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense as well. Like, if you kind of like complain and have no evidence of reasoning what you're upset about or what the complaint is, then it's like your argument is immediately invalid with that, unless like you have unless you have the said evidence, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a big fan of people kind of complaining with no evidence. I mean, I was actually one of them back then. Not like towards Monster Hunter, it was like towards everything else in real life as well. Um, and I was proven wrong several times, and I should have kind of taken the L because I never take L's for some reason because it doesn't make me feel good. But you gotta sometimes have your ego be damaged just so you can be a better person.
Yeah, everyone needs, everyone has time to learn. There's so many things people don't know. I mean, I don't know so many things, and it's nice to listen to other people, get some, you know, insight on people. That's why I only talk about things that I understand. If I don't
Yeah,
understand something, I don't talk about the topic. So, like for
yeah,
example,
it's like,
Iceborne, I've never really played Iceborne as much as I should have, so I don't really talk about Iceborne. I'm always asking other people questions about the game and what they think about stuff. Um,
yeah.
so it's quite good for me. It's quite good for everyone, to really ask questions, and be open minded on what people have to say, and that open minded that you might be wrong as well. It's good to have that approach.
Yeah, like, um, I don't know how to explain this properly. So when it comes to the community as well, I've always been wondering since every community I join, right? Um, I always get a certain feeling that Monster Hunter community is like it seems like it's very accepting of all different like types of people, like people of different identity, sexuality, and all that other stuff. It seems like Monster Hunter is a very welcoming community to these. I could be wrong. I could. You know what I mean? Um, because like I also think that people who are neurodivergent, just like me, I feel like they would love this game as well as I do, because here's the thing: I have a fascination with animal behavior. You know what I mean? Like I have a fascination with environment, everything about like a said animal, right?
Yeah.
Like the thing I love about Lagiacrus was the fact that he had a feature of an alligator, and I fucking love alligators. And the fact of his behavior feels like it's not what you expect from its design. It's like it's something interesting, you know?
Mhm.
Like exactly like Korapeko. It's like I think he could be based off an actual bird that does something like that that makes an instrumental noise, you know?
Probably makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah. And the fact that each monster on its own just feels like it can be personified to a person that feels connected with it in like a fight, like in a style of like it looks so good. You know how like people have their favorite monsters, and mostly their favorite monsters kind of bounce off of them based on like what type of person they are.
Mm.
Like for
Mm.
me, when Basil Goose was a thing in Monster Hunter World, I used to hate him, but when I played the game a little more and fought him, I'm like, damn, I fucking love this guy. Why do I hate him? And then when he came back in Rise, I was losing my shit. I'm like, bro, no way! I knew it, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And his music is so fucking amazing and inspirational. I just took it to
Yeah,
heart.
the trumpets are amazing.
Yeah, I mean the Rise one's a little weak. I prefer the original one. I wish they had the option to change which version you would have for certain monsters.
That's too bad. I actually like them both. I actually think I prefer the Rise one, slightly.
I mean, I think if they combine World and Rises together, it'd be fucking masterpiece.
Mm.
But yeah, that's my only complaint with the community is just common stupid shit, pretty much. Like they complain a lot. They are a little weird.
That's
I
true.
mean, yeah, I get that everybody has weird kinks. I mean, Just don't go weird about it.
Just don't go Wyvern egg about it.
Oh god, fucking damn it.
But
But yeah, that's all my complaints with those two.
that's cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I mean, most communities, we have the outliers, but
Oh, I forgot to mention one more thing. This is a quick one. So it's also like certain people of the community who are also gatekeeping. That's another one I wanted to mention. We
mm,
don't like communities who get gatekeep by those who gatekeep are not fun. They are a really bad people. Remember, people, do not gatekeep like an asshole. Be a better person.
that's true. That's true. We should try to allow anyone to come in, because we don't own Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is just a game for anyone to come and play.
Yeah, it's like it's rated E for, well, it's teen, right?
Yeah, but still, it's still for everyone who's able to play it, basically
Yeah,
within age range. But
yeah.
cool. No, thanks for that. That was quite interesting. So you have some really good points there. Definitely towards the community
Some of them were,
itself.
yeah.
But of course, so go on.
Oh, I was gonna say some of them feel like some of them that I say feel like they're kind of pointless to kind of explain or say. Like for example, the it's more like Monster Hunter community is extremely diverse of all kinds of people.
Yeah,
Like I feel like that one everybody knows that. I hope.
yeah. I mean, in
I
general,
hope.
that's what's gonna happen, right? There's just a lot of people are just gonna levitate to particular stuff. So I mean, yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
given.
yeah.
I don't think
But
anyone needs to specifically try to point it out. Or,
specify.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just if
specify
someone's
what.
yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm just trying to say, like, specify. It belongs to specific types of people, like
yeah,
of
yeah,
race or of sexuality or of a neurodivergency kind of thing,
yeah,
like that type of stuff.
yeah. I don't think anyone needs to specify it. Everyone should just say if someone's here and they're
Yeah,
hunting, they're hunting. Like that's
it.
that's what matters.
Yeah, it's like it's our game.
Yeah,
We play it together.
yeah, exactly, 100%.
But I have made good friends with Monster Hunter or in Monster Hunter along the way. I mean, I make a lot of good jokes with Mudkip.
Yeah, you might keep get along.
Yes, and Sly always has to drop those skull and crossbones to the point it's just a graveyard now.
Yeah, he does love that emoji. What is up with that?
Yes, he does, and I just did it to make just to poke fun at him, jokingly, of course. I was like, "Come on!" I said it in the Kezu Funhouse, like, "Hey, let's make a graveyard with these," just as a joke to Sly.
Damn, man.
But
But
they're pretty cool. I love Rex as well. Rex is pretty chill.
yeah, yeah, they're all really cool guys, man. They're all really cool guys. But
Yeah, they're all cool.
coming on to our last topics, do you have anything in particular you want to ask me or?
Oh, so I'm actually quite curious. So, um, oh, this is a tough one. When you first played Monster Hunter 3, what was your actual immediate disliked monster? Like just when you first played it, and then like later on you change your mind about that stuff, like that opinion you had.
You know what? I don't. On top of my head, I can't really think of a monster I disliked in three.
Yeah, I was
M-
like,
maybe Rathlos.
oh yeah, everybody hated him. I get by just like the bullshit he has. I thought Azor was the worst because like he has that thing where it's like you don't see if he's gonna grab you or not, right? Because he just does it immediately. Because
Mm,
I have fought Azor Rathalos in 3U several times, by the way, for his weapon.
his armor's amazing.
Yes, his
God
armor is
tier.
really cool.
God tier.
Personally, there are some monsters I prefer to be the main species than subspecies based on their colors. That feels fitting, but I guess like subspecies exist for that reason.
That's true. But I
You know?
mean, yeah, you can have preferences. Yeah, for sure. But
Um,
the thing I didn't like about Rathalos was his combo when he's enraged and he roars and he
and oh,
fireballs.
that fucking fireball bullshit. It's
Yeah,
so stupid.
yeah.
Like
It does
we
so much damage. I used to get destroyed by that all the time.
Yeah, like I've been raging my ass off about it because of the fact that it's like, what's the point of fighting this thing if you made it this fucking overly strong if you're not that well armored? Like, even when you're prepared, you deal with that bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's on us. Maybe we should run earplugs. I don't know. Like that probably would have helped. But
Yeah, but it's like I need to finish my quests fast so I can get a game done. But I'm excited. I need to replay. I gotta continue playing Monster Hunter 3. It's been a very long time, and it's like I haven't even played Monster Hunter in a while
wait,
because I'm just trying to give other games a chance to be played.
no, it's good. Definitely, you should. play as many different games as you can because when something's there, you'll be playing that, so that's great. But when you get on Monster, yeah, you should come back to Monster Hunter eventually, and I will get onto Souls games. I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy Elden Ring later this year. When I get a new PC, I'm gonna be
I was
streaming
gonna
it.
say,
You can
like,
watch me and everything.
just here's the thing. Just note, do not actually take what I say, like, if you want to. It's an option though. I was gonna say I would prefer if you played like other Souls games before Elden Rings, but I mean it's like it's heavy on Dark Souls mechanics also by the looks of it. I would just say I recommend playing Dark Souls 3 to kind of get the idea of the movement because it has a few copy paste things which is done nicely. Like things that aren't broken or aren't broken kind of thing. Like it's if it's not broken, don't fix it type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. But I think it'll be
Yeah.
quite interesting for me as a newbie to come into Elden Ring, the big new thing, and then work my way backwards, and then I can kind of
I
see.
yeah. Also, I can't wait to invade you and teabag you.
Damn, that's
If crossplay does exist in Elden Ring, I highly doubt it though.
that's,
Um,
that's brutal, man.
but yeah, Elden Ring you can now crouch and jump, which is so weird for Souls games because how you jump in Dark Souls is like you run and then you jump by pressing a certain button as you're running. Like I kind of catch myself jumping on accident constantly. But yeah, Souls games are very fun. But and then there's another question. What got you into I think I've already asked you this one, right? About like what got you into Monster Hunter 3? I think it was like not I think this was like when we were playing Generations, right?
Yeah, I probably told you. I mean, I think I've talked about this one on the channel a couple times.
Yeah,
Back in
you
it,
said it a lot.
yeah, back in the day, I was on IGN, and then there was just an advert, and four hunters fighting a gobble. And I saw them putting down traps. He ran into the trap. They were going ham on him, and I was like, "Whoa, this looks cool! Giant monster."
Can we can we
So,
get Gobel?
th-
Like, please, Capcom, can we get Gobel?
I don't think Gobble's coming back. I'm sorry. I am
It's
sorry.
sadness. I actually enjoyed his fight surprisingly.
Yeah,
For a monster who doesn't seem liked by the community, I think he's not a bad monster. I've missed Giganox though. He seems like he would fit.
yeah,
I mean, he could. I mean, he does have that vampiric armor, so we could have him back.
that is true. I think both monsters are amazing. I do love Gobble. His weapon, his lance, was one of my favorites. Really good paralysis weapon in that game. It's like
Yeah,
414 attack, like 320 paralysis. It was good for me. I loved it.
like his weapons look really cool though as well.
Yeah, they do. Very nice, nice and purple.
Oh,
Um,
yes,
but yeah, and then I bought the game after that, and I fell in love. Like that was on trial. That was a while ago. But
yeah.
yeah, that's how I got introduced to the game.
Interesting. I'm actually curious. This is just like a question to the whole community and you. I mean, I've already asked you this on stream or told you about this, like yesterday's stream. So, what would your thoughts be towards like rare type of genetic monsters, you know what I mean? Like albinos, melanin monsters and all that other stuff. Like I would like to see albinos being like a feature in Monster Hunter, like as like a thing on its own because if it's kind of like to people who don't pay attention of what they're hunting, right? Or forgot what they're hunting, they're gonna guess is it the main is it like the regular species or the subspecies if both of them go to the same area, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's it's like certain animal or certain monsters would look very interesting as albinos. Some of them would be impossible to tell which one's an albino because of their obvious white fur, right?
Mhm.
I mean, Barioth is obviously the big, um, obvious one. Even Lagambi, but I think Lagambi you can obviously tell a noticeable difference. Like its tummy pad is like a grayish maybe, along with its ears. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just doing a quick search on albinos, and yeah, it seems to be, a genetic disorder between genetics from animals, and I mean, we also have albino people as well. So it would be quite interesting. Um,
And also melanin monsters, like it's the exact opposite of albino albino, it's like instead of all pale white, it's like a lot more darker, which
mm,
animals actually look majestic like that. Imagine a Mitsune with melanin like going on, you know?
Yeah, that would be interesting. And I'm wondering, do albino monster animals have any differences? Like, are they? Uh,
They're just hard to kind of hide type of thing.
okay,
I was
so they're the
thinking like for
same.
monsters,
They're literally the same
yeah,
type of animals. Like in real life, they're the
it's
same
just
animal.
they look, yeah, but they look completely different.
Yeah, yeah, that
And
would
I
be
was
cool. Then
thinking,
it could be like a monster, which is it's rare. So you might go into a quest, and once in a while, like
you
maybe
would,
once in 50 hunts, it's an albino.
yeah, like a Pokemon with shinies
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, exactly. It doesn't really change
Yeah,
too
like
much, but it's like it's just cool to see the
yeah,
color
and it's
scheme.
like it's kind of like it would give people some kind of miniature end game kind of thing, like hunt all albino monsters, which they could. I wish Capcom would like add a list of like which monsters you killed that on its rare genetics, right? That would
Mm.
have been amazing.
That would be cool. That'd be really cool. And maybe if you're killing albino monsters, you get some rare hide that you can dye your weapons in
Yeah.
some way. That would be cool.
Or like have a special ability to it, like it's a hidden feature thing. But also, I was thinking like if you capture one, you would get rewarded heavily. Like you would get less material though, because like you're preserving an albino creature
Mm.
from like being killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And it's kind of like I'm a huge animal person, and I'm all about like protection of certain animals. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I was thinking if we kept like genetic ones and like trapping them, you would get more money and more loot, but it's like a different kind of loot. It's like the monster you can tell is fine. It would be like a trophy-ish kind of thing like they did with World like on your recent captured monster, right?
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Like
That'd be awesome. And then maybe in your room you can have it listed up saying you've hunted this many albino monsters for this type.
it
That'd be
would
cool.
yeah, and it would be like an immediate picture of that said monster you fought
Yeah,
just to signify, "Hey, you fought this thing."
yeah.
Oh my god, imagine albino elder dragons. I mean,
Mm.
except White Fate Talus, because I mean, he kind of looks albino enough,
Well,
right?
like you said, you can have a lot of melanin instead. Like,
Yeah, as well, that too. Like, imagine all the elder dragons with that type of thing. Like, I would like to see an albino Elatrion. That would be fucking majestic
that would be
and deadly
crazy.
as hell.
Yeah, that would be crazy. People would think someone
Capcom,
modded that.
yeah, Capcom, fucking hire me. I come up with this idea. Or a lot of people did. I don't know. I think there could be more people that came up with this idea than I did.
Maybe it's a
With
good idea. I won't deny. I'm liking the idea of at least having like special monsters that appear randomly, and but if you keep fighting a monster, it's like a random chance. I think that'd be really really cool.
bro, imagine like there's a double quest, right? For
Mhm.
two certain monsters, and one's an albino, the other one's a melanin monster. That would have been like, oh my god, it would seem like clickbait, right? But it's actually not.
Yeah, and it's just a rare chance that it has happened. Like it could be like a one in like 1,000 chance for that to happen, but it happened, and you're like, whoa, this is like, this is big. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I was thinking also albino monsters could give you like a higher chance of like rare materials too.
They could. The only thing I'm thinking about that is in for the game it might be cool, but like albino in real life, like in animal sense, like you said, it's the same animal. So
Yeah.
maybe like they could do that for the game itself, but then it kind of shifts the whole meaning of albinoism, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's the same monster.
Yeah,
It's the
like
same. It's just
yeah, it's the same monster, so I wouldn't go too far on the rare loot thing.
yeah. I
I
think it'll
would
be.
just say it's just it's the same drop chance, but it's like the materials are different though. It's like it's not the same color. It's just albino Rathian carapace or
Yeah,
albino Lagiacrus plate
I get
kind of
you,
thing, you
and
know?
that's what I was saying. That maybe you could use that to update the look of your weapon, so it's not like it only changes the look. It doesn't change the stats.
Yeah, it's like a cosmetic thing. Like
Exactly.
you can choose to change it. It's like a cosmetic choice, not like an upgrade. I mean, if it's up to Capcom, they could choose to make it a similar, like a very like upgrade for something that is optional, like for either more elemental damage, maybe more damage. I don't know. It's kind of crazy in my mind,
Yeah, they could do
but
that, but I think I'd prefer it just to be cosmetic. To be
yeah, I
honest,
prefer cosmetic too,
and
because like
yeah,
we can't treat albinos like as a very like special thing that gives off magical powers thing.
yeah,
No, it's
no,
just another animal in a different coat of paint.
yeah, exactly.
But
That's what it is. Yeah, it's good to keep it
yeah.
like that. I think it's quite ethical to do that as well.
Also, can we get a axolotl monster because we never gotten something like that?
Mm, that
But
would
at
be
the
cool.
same time, at the same time, like axolotls are endangered, like wild ones.
Mm.
But I will say, yeah, that was an amazing. Like this was an idea I had. I think since I was playing Monster Hunter 3.
It's a good idea, man. I would love to hear some more of yours. Definitely, whenever I make a video, just in Discord, let me know.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think
Like,
now we're coming more up to the end now. It's been an hour now.
oh yeah,
But
sorry, I almost talked everyone's ear off.
no, this it's been great. I love this conversation, man. It's been really cool. It's been really cool. Is there any last things you want to say? Just before we wrap up.
Yes, to all the people who are watching this lovely video, stay handsome, stay beautiful, stay whatever you are. Enjoy the game. Don't bitch and complain. Don't gatekeep, and be a good person. And also ignore me being a raging asshole.
Sounds about
And
right.
also play more Monster Hunter, do crime. Okay, that's all I could say.
Cool, cool. Well, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.
Bye.